before you even go get your baby, you're gonna start the shower, you're gonna make it warm, especially if they're getting stuffy noses or any kind of congestion in their ears. It's nice to have a nice, steamy, warm shower, bath area ready for them to go. Pull the door shut. You can pull a heater and get it nice and extra warm in here. Usually for me, just turning on the shower, letting that run for a minute, rinsing out the shower and warming it up is good enough. Once you've started the shower, go ahead and pull the shower curtain closed as well. That will help keep the steam in. I'm gonna let that run while I grab the baby girl. With the shower still going, that's when I would bring baby in and I try to undress her very last. You're gonna wanna have everything ready to go before you get in the tub. So that includes a towel for you and a towel for baby. For my baby, I still like to use her separate towel that's hers and even a blanket. I think it's softer, does a better job drying, and it doesn't cause that irritant that I think the other ones do. This one's much softer. So we use this blanket. Before tub checklist: diaper, A&D prevention ointment, jammies, her blanket, towel, lotion, all ready to go next to my seat that I will sit upon once I get out. If you still like to have a little stroller or a bassinet in the bathroom with you, you can put baby in right after you get out. That's a fabulous idea. It still works great. Ideally, it'd be awesome if you have your spouse or somebody to help you in the house that can grab baby when you're done and wrap them up and keep them warm while you also get dressed. I still think the best and easiest, safest way to bath baby is just to get in with them. Some of the differences with bathing a 6-month-old is that I like to actually have her sitting in the tub when the water starts to come in, because this is when she's really starting to have fun and enjoying bath time, and the water filling up is something that she enjoys. Of course, make sure, pull her back far enough. She's not going to be in the stream of the water in case it's too hot or too cold while I adjust it.
The best way to know if the temperature of the water is okay is to have it run on your inner forearm. If it feels good, then that's the right temperature. It shouldn't be too cold, and it should just feel nice and warm.
Okay, with the level of water, you're not going to want to have it too high on their chest, because babies are going to want to lean forward and play and splash, and you don't want it to be right here and they lean forward and constantly fighting it the whole time. Babies will eat a little bit of bath water, that's okay. Honestly, avoiding as much as possible. Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to? So, okay, so at this age, if your baby's doing some good sitting up or mostly sitting up, they can actually sit on their bum on the bottom of the bathtub. And obviously you're gonna keep both hands around them, nice and stable and secure and supported. But this will help them learn to sit up. This will help them learn that balance. They're not heavy in the tub, and it helps them develop what that feels like to actually sit up if they're sitting on their bums in the tub. My baby's pretty stable. I can keep one arm around her. If you feel like that's not safe, you can wrap your legs around him a little bit. And in addition to the one hand, if you need to give soap, if you need to grab this or grab that, and hand them back their toys. Or of course you can just pull them out of the water and lay them on their back, on your legs again, just like before when they're little. And you put them on your knees right there. That's one way to hold them. The thing about bathing a 6-month-old, and as they get older, is right there. They're stronger, they're more active. Sometimes it's easier, some things are harder. They're pushing like this and they can actually push themselves off back into the water. That's why it's so important when you hold your baby on your lap that you keep a hand by their head or on their head, so that when they kick or push forward, you'll be able to hold their head up and keep them out of the water. When you get ready to actually wash her, you're still going to worry about some of the same places that you worried about as a newborn. So, areas we need to wash are, I'm going to reach my fingers down to get all the little flints and crumblies and whatever might be in her neck. I'm going to get that all out. And then wash her armpits. Oh, lean back. Wash your hands because they're always in her mouth. So you scoot her forward just a little bit, and this is when you wash the bum. And then, when we get to do rinsing, use the washcloth. You can just really important to get all the soap out, otherwise that will leave her itchy and scratchy and get rashes. Good job! Oh, what good stretching you did. Oh, good job. So I squirt the water on her neck and it actually pools, doesn't go down into the cracks where the soap is. Part her skin with your fingers. Now when it comes to washing her head, you're going to want to wash that very last because you don't want the baby to start getting cold. So washing their heads, if you've got a lot of hair, you got to get it all wet. If they're just a sweet little bald baby, girl or boy, you just get the water on their head, makes it a little bit faster than if they're lots of hair. Yep. And I use the same wonderful soap, Cotton Johnson's. There we go. And just rub it in. Now, depending on how much hair your baby has, you're still just going to use a sponge. Wash the scalp so it's not itchy. Or maybe you need a little bit of this brush.
Or if they have lots of hair, you might even need the full-on comb. Now you're not actually brushing her hair all the way through, you're just making sure that her scalp gets cleaned. You don't need to comb it out and make her cry.
All right, you use the rag and rinse off all over. Make sure there's no soap left anywhere. Now to make sure that the soap's all out from the back of her head too. You just run it across. Washing baby's face. Get the wash rag, squeeze it out so it's quite dry. And you just basically, you're wiping it dry almost. Because there's no water in it. You just wrung it out. Yeah. And that pretty much takes care of anything left on your face. And I actually like to do that with the washcloth. Wring it dry and then pat, pat, pat their body. Pat, 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 pat. So they're as dry as possible. One thing to look out for is how slippery babies are when they're soapy and clean. Okay, wet babies are slippery babies. You gotta hold on. So you gotta make sure they're good. Of course, under their arms like this with both hands works. And then when you stand up, put your baby on your shoulder. An arm is okay there if you've got another hand here. And this is when it's nice if you've been doing squats or something like that, trying to get a little bit more fit. You got a good hold of your baby, and then that's when you can stand up. One very important step about bathing before you actually get out is let the water drain. Especially if you have kids that are a little bit older, toddler age. You don't want a bathtub full of water just hanging out in your house. That could be very dangerous for them. In prep, I can just sit right down. Still got a good hold of you. Grab her blanket that I like to use as her towel. Wrap her around her. Makes her easier to hold on to now. And then I'm going to grab her actual towel. Lay her down on my legs again. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Now once you're out of the tub, there's no rule that says you have to get dressed and lotioned and diapered within 5.2 minutes of getting out. If her's upset, you can just snuggle. You can just snuggle. You might want to try to get a diaper on. If not, towels work great. They get washed anyway. Wrap her up, cuddle for a minute. Go sit down on your rocking chair or couch or from the bed. Snuggle, wait till she's feeling a little bit more like getting dressed. If she's feeling like getting dressed, get her dressed in the bathroom where it's still nice and warm before you have to go out there. Oh, yes. Mwah. Now, same as with when they're itty bitty. When you do get them dressed after being in the tub, when they're wet and skin's a little bit stickier, doesn't slide right into a sleeve as easy, I always like something zip up that opens. It's easier to put them in so you don't have to pull it over their head, over their belly, over their back, all wet and sticky and rolling. Just have it unzip and you can slide the arms in a little bit better. Get them dressed, get them snuggled, and now they're all clean.